Okay, let's start work with the second part of this tutorial. Alright, now what I want to try and achieve is to print, search, navigate, and update and add new. So let's start with that of, okay, let's go for print. In the case of print, all I'm just going to do in there is application dot dialog. So I'm going to ask you to print from the workbook, and that is going to be X dialog print setup. So let's look for X dialog print setup P. Okay, let's just type it out. Dialog, and now we print PR somewhere here. Come on, print setup. There we go, and close that. Dot show. Right. And what I want you to print is going to be this workbook. Dot sheets, and that is going to be sheet 1. I only have data on my sheet 1 anyway, so let's just say sheet 1 and close that. Dot print out copies, 1 copy. Let's make that 1 column equals 1. There, that's all for the print. Okay, now let's take care of this search. Okay, first of all, let me declare the following variable: dim I search. I'm going to call that as, let's go for long, and I as long as well. Okay, let's initialize I search here. I'm going to initialize that with the worksheet. So equals work equals worksheet, and that should be, let's say the sheet is going to be sheet number 1. That's the only sheet I have data anyway, so let's put a 1 there and close that up. Let's say dot range, and it's going to be starting from A1. Close that. Dot current region. Dot rows dot counts. There. Now I'm now going to use the for loop. So let's say for I equals 1, 2. I am searching from 1 because if I say from 0, that means it's going to be searching for the title as well. So we don't want to have anything to do with searching of the title. Okay, now let's ask it to trim sheet 1 dot cells I, comma 1. If it's not equals to, then get it trimmed. So all trimming is going to be inside txt search box dot text. There. And I equals search I search, then let's come down here and see. All right, one more bracket is missing here. Let's close that off. Okay, now let's use a message box. Let's just say if it's not in the system, we just say it's invalid. Come on, get that right. Invalid data. Close that. Okay, else I'll just say search txt search is that underneath here dot text, and we want to clear it straight away and let it get focus as well. Set focus. There we go. And if. So that's what's going to happen if there's nothing in there. Okay, if there's nothing, display this message, clear whatever data you have in the text box, and set the focus again straight inside this search text box. Okay. However, if there's data in there, so let me grab all of these again up to, let's just grab everything here and paste it right underneath here. There. In this case, if trim and whatever data we have inside the sheet itself is not equals to, and this, then is equal to, this should be equals to, if it's equals to whatever data we have in here, I'm going to get rid of this, then okay, so if whatever we have on the sheet is equals to what we have inside the text box, this text box is called search, then I want the following to happen. So all of my data that I have inside I might as well just grab all of these and just change it around. Grab every single one of these, all of these, grab them, come right here and paste it right underneath here. Okay, and change this to sheet 1 dot cell dot cell, and that cell is going to be I1. Get rid of these there, and I'm going to repeat the same thing for the others. So let's grab this, should be dot text here. Okay, and I'm missing my text in the other one, so right, and here grab all of these and just change it around to, that will be text number 2, I2, and the next one is going to be I3, I comma 3, I comma 4, and so on. There. We have 5 here, 6, 7, 8, and we have 9. That's 8. Come on. 8, and we have 9 here, and we have 10. There we go. So finally, we now need to exit. Let's exit the loop. Exit 4 and end if and I'm also going to get the I nested, and that should take care of my search there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is let me just try it out and make sure it's working as expected. Okay, let's run it. And I'm going to enter whatever in there. Nope, doesn't exist. So let's look for something here. I'm going to go for 97771, and I also expect this to change. There we go, look at that, 97771, and that is it right here, and that's 9771. So the search is working, exit working, delete works, that works. Okay, we now need to take care of 1, 2, and 3. Okay, exit out. Let's take care of the navigation button now. Double click on the navigator there. With the spin button, I'm going to declare the following. Then I've just called that C1, comma C2. Those are my variables. I will now say spin button 1. So using an if statement, if spin button 1 dot value, if it's less than 1, then what we want the system to do is C2 will be equals spin button 1 dot value C1 equals A, and C2 there. That's the very first one. Now we'll then say txt reference dot control source equals C1. That is it. Okay, and we now repeat exactly the same thing for the others. So the next one is going to be C1 equals A and C2. So that is going to be, no, we actually need to get the next text box. So the next one should be B. Then we'll get the next text box. The next text box that I have in there, that's going to be for the surname, first name. txt first name dot control source equals C1, and that is now going to be C1 equals C and C2. So this should be uppercase there. Okay, now the next one that I have is going to be surname. Copy that and just paste that here, surname. And right here, guys, those are the lines of code for the spin button. Take it from the variables that I declare here up to here and there. Okay, so have a good look at it. Bring it down. Okay, so what we then need to do now, let's come back here. We now need to take care of, I don't think we've taken care of reset. Double click on reset. Yeah, I have done that. Okay, that's good. Right, then I need to take care of the updates and then add new record. Double click on update. Okay, with the update, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to declare, let's say dim update. I'm going to call it as VB message. there. And my updates, let's enter a message here, paste that in there, and whatever message I have in there, I can just even copy that from my text from the exit. Let's come straight to exit, double click on exit, copy all of this right there. We can just copy it. Okay, let's just copy this, go back to update, double click on update, paste that in here. There we go. And all I'm just going to say is confirm you want to update maybe the record or there. Okay, so that's taken care of. Confirm if you want to update the record. So I have question and I have yes or no, and that's student record. Okay, now let's say if update equals VB yes, then I want the following to happen. Cell update data. If you guys can still recall the variable that I declared earlier, update data, update data, comma 1, and that is going to be equals txt reference dot text. That is the very first one. Now I'm just going to copy and paste. I have 10 in total. Undo the next one that I just press enter, enter, enter. Grab that, paste, change the numbers around. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There, I will now change the name of each. So that is going to be end if. So let's change the names here. So this is going to be first name here. Then we have surname. Here we have address. Postcode. Telephone. Registration date or reg dates like I called it. Then I have here CMB proof of identification. Then we have CMB, I can't remember that one, it's long. So this one is going to be CMB fields, and the other one is, there we go, mode of studies. Copy it all. Right, come down here and just paste that here, and that's takes care of update. So take a good look at it from here down here. That's my update lines of codes. I'm going to try it out, save first, and let's just run. And let's say we want to update some data of dynamic hunter. Okay, let's change this to 2001. Okay, 2020. Okay, so we've changed that to 2020. Let's look for dynamic data. That's dynamic data there, and let's click on update. Confirm if you want to update. Let's see what's going to happen there. Oh, look at it, it's right here. All right, we seem to have two. Okay, one is changed. This very one has changed. Okay, we can get rid of one. This one that we don't need. Get rid of that. Yeah. So that's dynamic hunter there. Okay, let's change it again. I'm going to change everything to that, and let's click on updates. Now let's see what's going to happen. Let's change it to something we can see. ABC, and click on update. Now let's see what's going to happen there. Is there somewhere? Where is it? Oh, it's right on. There's another one. Okay, that's it right there. Change. Okay, that's the update. Alright, so update is working now. Let's take care of add new. So let's come in here, double click on that, add new records. Okay, with the add new record, let's declare as follows: dim worksheet, as WKS, as worksheets, not workbook. Let's call it worksheets there. Now dim new, add new as range. There we go. Now I'm going to now set WKS worksheet equals sheet number 1. Okay, I'm also going to set add new, no space, add new, that is equals worksheet dot range, and the range is A to 65,356. Close that. Dot end, open a bracket, and we're gonna say up and then get it offset. Get it offset. Dot offset. That will take it to the next line, comma 0 there. Okay, that's fine. So we now need add new to offset. Add new dot offset, starting from 0, comma 0 as the very first one, dot value equals the very first item, which is my reference dot text there. That is that taken care of. So we now need to take care of the others. So I'm going to copy this, copy, and let's paste it. Press enter. Okay, we have 5. Copy all of these and paste there. So this will be 1 because it's in form of an array. 2, 3. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is it. I have 10. If you guys can still recall. Now this one is going to be first name. Then we have surname. Then this is address, postcode. We have telephone here. Dates, date of registration. That's what I meant in there. Then we have proof, CMB proof, and this one is going to be CMB fees And this one, that's the long name that I have, CMB, what did I call it? There we go, CMB mode of studies. Alright, that's CMB mode of studies. There we go, and that's it. That is my add new record taken care of as well. I can't see any error so far. Hopefully that's it. So have a good look at the lines of code for add new, and let's take it from the top. Variable declared, print add new data. Let's add new, and here we have delete, lines of code for delete. We have exits, and here reset. The search function all the way down here. Then we have update. Take it down. Then we have the navigator bar, the spin button, and we have the reference that stored the data straight into the barcode text box from the student reference itself. Then finally we have the initialize there, and bring it all down, and that is it. So let's run the system now, then we can call it the end of the whole project. Okay, and let's click on reset to enter new data. There we go. So let's say the student ID is 99009, and the name of this very student, I'm going to call it Peace. There we go. And the address of Peace Omen, we're going to make that number 17, Little Venice Road. It's a big town. London. There. And the postcode. Telephone number. And dates. Let's make that. Yeah, why not? Proof of ID. Let's say passport and full time and that. And there we go. So all we then need to do now is to click on add. Click on add. Let's make sure there's nothing there called Peace. Okay, now add. There we go, guys. Let's see. I believe that's, there we go. That's Peace Omen. Okay, and that is it, guys. That is how you create your own student record data entering form in Excel using VBA. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial, and please do subscribe to my channel. You can also join to become a member of the channel. There's a lot of benefit if you're a member. So I'm going to say bye for now. Bye.